After covering Siddheshwara temple, our next destination was the Biraja temple or Birja Kshetra, which is again around 6 kilometers in Jajpur. The Biraja temple or Birja Kshetra is a historic Hindu temple located in Jajpur, about 125 kilometers north of Bhubaneswar. The present temple was built during the 13th century. The principal idol is Devi Durga, who is worshipped as Viraja or Girija, and the temple gave Jajpur the nicknames Viraja Kshetra and Viraja Pitha. Ma Biraja Devi is one of the 18 Shakti Pithas. This place, Udhyana Pitham, is also called as Nabhi Gaya, as the Nabhi navel of Sati Devi fell here. The idol in this temple is Dui Bhuja Murti, having two hands with Trishul in one hand and holding Mahishasura tail in another hand. There is a separate shrine for Bagalamukhi Devi, which is right of Ma Viraja, which is right of Ma Viraja. One can find very few temples of this Rupa of Dasa Mahavidya. The iconography of goddess Biraja is very interesting and unique. She is a two-armed Mahisasur Mardini image, the parallel of which is found nowhere in India. The goddess holds a trident in right hand and lifts the tail of the theriomorphic form of the buffalo demon with her left hand so that the front portion of the body is knelt down. The image belongs to the Gupta or pre-Gupta period. The crown of the goddess Biraja is one of the most interesting features in its iconographic characteristics. In her headdress, there are the carvings of Gajapati, the elephant-headed god, Yoni, Pudendam Molibar, Linga, the phallic emblem of Shiva, Indu, the crescent moon, and Fani, the serpent, each having its meaningful implication. The very concept of Ganapati is the symbol of synthesis between the Aryan and non Aryan culture. Talking about the legend and history, there is a reference to Viraja Tirtha in the Vanaparva of the Mahabharata in chapter 85. Moreover, the said epic reiterates that Viraja Tirtha was a sacred place for Vedic sacrifices where Dharma, the god of righteousness, had performed a great sacrifice. During the performance of sacrifice, Rudra Shiva is said to have been accepted as an Aryan god by other gods, and the Mother Earth had appeared in the form of altar. Therefore, it is but natural that the goddess Earth was worshipped as goddess Viraja or Viraja Tirtha. Later on, the Rigvedic Earth goddess was a Vaishnavite deity and so became goddess Viraja of the Viraja Tirtha. Puranic legends state the Viraja Kshetra Mahatmya, which is considered as part of Brahmanda Puran, enumerates the origin of goddess Viraja. It states that the days of Yog Brahma, the creator of universe, performed a yajna or Vedic sacrifice on the bank of the sacred river Vaitarini. At the invocation of Brahma, goddess Parvati or the Adi Shakti emerged out of Garhapatya fire of the sacrificial pit. Be- being moved by her prayers, Parvati instructed Brahma to name her as Biraja. She appeared in the form of two-armed Mahishasura Mardini, trampling on the neck of she appeared in the form of two-armed Mahishasura-mardini trampling on the neck of uh, the buffalo, which is the Vahan of Mahishasur, and piercing the trident into his body. She was entreated by Brahma to glorify the Kshetra by her presence as the divine consort of Shiva. When she occupied her position, the circumcenter of the triangular Kshetra region, 9 Durgas, 8 Chandikas, and 64 Yoginis were created from her mind, and their pervading presence made this land a unique Shakti Kshetra in the country. In the medieval period, almost all the ancient tirthas were converted into pithas in the name of some gods or goddesses, and so became the abode of goddess Biraja. Therefore, Biraja Tirtha and Biraja Kshetra became famous as Biraja Pitha. Talking about Nabhigaya, when Lord Vishnu killed Gayasura by performing yajna on his heart, Gayasura's feet were in Pidagaya, Pithapuram, navel in Nabhigaya, Odhyana Pitha, and heart at Sirogaya, Gaya. These three places important for performing Shraddha Karmas. This is a brief about Biraja Kshetra. For more information, you can refer to my write-up in blogger.com, for which the link I have provided in the comment section. After, after visiting Ma Biraja Temple Shakti Peeth, our next destination was Yajna Varaha Swami Temple, which is on the other side of the river Baitavini and very near to Jagannath Temple. After Biraja Shakti Peeth, our next destination was Yajna Varaha Temple at Jajpur. Just to mention here that Yajna Varaha Temple is very near to Dashashmedha Ghat. We were unaware of the fact that Yajna Varaha Temple is just on the other side of the Baitavini river, and by mistake we first visited Siddheshwara Temple. My suggestion would be first visit Yajna Varaha Temple from Jagannath Temple, or first Yajna Varaha Temple, then Jagannath Temple, and then go to visit the Siddheshwara Temple. Coming back to Yajna Varaha Temple, situated in an island created by two branches of the Baitavini river, is the east-facing Yajna Varaha Temple complex. The temple is dedicated to Lord Varaha, the boar avatar of Sri Vishnu. Built between 15th and 16th century and constructed in a Kalinga architectural style, icon of Shweta Varaha, the white incarnation of Varaha, is the principal deity of temple. Built by Gajapati king Prataparudra Deva between 1497 and 1540 CE under the guidance of Kashi Mishra, Raja Guru of Prataparudra Deva, the underwent reconstruction during the Maratha rule under Raghuji I Bhosle 1739 to 1755 CE. Along with the central Varaha shrines, the temple has subordinate shrines dedicated to Shiva, Vishnu, Vimala, and nine others. In Varaha temple, there is also samadhi of a bird. A small bird landed on the lap of Lord Chaitanya when he came here. Lord was sitting under a banyan tree. The bird sat on lap and sang some songs, and in front of everyone left her body and went directly to the spiritual world. The banyan tree is still here, and in the base of the tree is the samadhi of the bird. Talking about the architecture, the temple is built in a Kalinga architectural style. The temple has three components, namely the Vimana, building containing the sanctum, the Antarala, a small chamber between the sanctum and the hall, and the Jagamohana assembly hall. The Vimana is a Rekha Deul and the Jagamohana is a Pira Deul. The Vimana as well as the Jagamohana are square in shape. The temple is built in ashlar masonry with khandolite stone. The exposed surfaces are plastered and given a whitewash of lime. The outer wall is Panchanga Bada, that is divided into 5 parts from base to top: Pabhaga, Talajanga, Bandhana, Uparajanga, and Baranda. Both the Vimana and the Jagamohana are on a square plan. The interior of the Jagamohana and Antarala are decorated with modern paintings of floral and animal bird motifs. Sculptures of Savai Dwarpala, head of Brahma, Kajarat Karu, goddess Manasa, which is goddess Manasa cradles her child Ashtika or a dead man who is revived, can be seen in the walls of Jagamohana. The icon of Shweta Varaha, the white incarnation of Varaha, is the principal deity of the temple. The sanctum has 2 images of Varaha, a Lakshmi, who is the consort of Vishnu, and Jagannath, a regional form of Vishnu image. The Jagannath image is made of wood, while the rest are made of chlorite. The Tala Janga of the Vimana exhibits erotic sculptures, mother and child, and amorous couples. Musicians, devotees, and Yamuna, river goddess, are carved in the upper Jangha. The niches in the Tala Janga of the Jagamohana has images of the Buddhist deity Prajna Paramapita, Vishnu, Kalyana Sundara, Narasimha, Ganga, Varaha, Giridhari Govinda, and dancing panels. The pinnacle is Pancharatha in nature and decorated with figures of Udyota Simas and Gajasimas. To know more about the temple, please refer to my write up in blogger.com, for which I have already shared the link in the comment section. That brings me to the end of part 2 of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this part. Please wait for the remaining parts of this episode and keep enjoying.